welcome to Mrs. Hoover's art class. Today we are going to make a step-by-step drawing of this very cute bulldog. Now in my school the bulldog is our mascot, so that's why it's super fun to do this, but I just think that this bulldog is really cute, so I think it's a fun project. Now you can use a regular sized piece of paper, or you can use an extra large one, a 12 by 18 piece, it doesn't matter. I'm going to use the large one because I just like the way it comes out. I would encourage you to draw big because sometimes students have a tendency to make things really small, and I think this project is good for drawing really big, and then we will color it in with colored pencils. You will need a pencil, and you will also need a Sharpie marker, and then you will need some colored pencils and your paper. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to take this step by step, and of course you can always pause the video if I go too fast. So we're just going to go one line at a time. I'm going to use a marker because I want you to really be able to see it. You, however, can use a pencil. So to begin with, we're going to draw a line at the top. We're going to draw starting up here about the top, and we're going to make a line that looks like a little wrinkle. It should be about as long as your finger. It has a little dip inside. Alrighty? Then we're going to draw two diagonal lines coming down from either side about the length of your finger. Next, we're going to draw two lines at the top, one long and one short. Now I want you to connect the lines with a letter V. Now I want you to connect the lines with a letter V. So we're going to connect these two lines here. I'm going to go down with the letter V. And then we're going to draw a small line from the head over to the V. Next step is the eyes. So the eyes begin close to the bottom of these lines right here, not up here. So we're going to go down here for beginning our eyes. First, draw a tiny rainbow. Then we're going to draw a large circle, but not the whole circle, just part of the circle. And inside that, we're going to draw a smaller circle. You can see it starts and stops there. It's almost the whole circle. And then inside that little tiny baby circle. And this is going to be our reflection of light. This circle here next to that is going to be the pupil, and this is the iris. Now we're going to color in the pupil, or the mama circle. We're going to color it in black. All right. And then we're going to draw a smiley line under the eye, right here. So all the way down. Connect back up, all the way down, connect back up. Now we're going to draw a wrinkle. It looks like an upside down T right above the eyes, right up here. So kind of like this, and a little wrinkle. Looks like a T. Now we're going to draw a huge rainbow shape. This comes up and touches both of the eyes. Now remember, it's art. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can see my lines are not perfect here. That's okay. Now we're going to draw a follow the leader line. That means a line that's very close to the rainbow line that we drew. So we're going to draw a follow the leader line. Okay. Then we're going to make a nose. We're going to make it as big as we made an eye, and it's going to be starting with a sideways curly letter C. So curly letter C. Look, that is super not the same size. There. Next, draw the bottom of the nose like a letter V and a very tiny line in the middle. Now draw a tiny line under the nose and an upside down V. This looks like a letter A, and we're going to draw 2 tiny rainbows under this letter A. 1, 2, like 2 little rainbow shapes. Now we're going to make this A that we talked about, we're going to make it bigger. So we're going to extend the lines down. And we're going to draw a smiley line for the bottom of the tongue. And put a little line in here for the middle of the tongue. Starting to take shape, isn't it? All right, on either side, we're going to do a little smiley line right here and here. Now we're going to draw a smiley line. We call it that because it looks like a smile. From that little line up to this line here. So go from here up to there, from here up to there. Next, we're going to go from that smiley line, we're going to do kind of a follow the leader line and trace around like that. So here we go. We're going to start here and draw kind of following that line and go back up to the little smiley line. So you sort of did a follow the leader. Now we're going to color this part in black as well as this little tiny part of the letter A. The outside of his face. We're going to begin at the very first diagonal line that we drew, and we're going to do a follow the leader all the way around up here, and we're going to end at that other diagonal line here. So we're going to go down all the way down, kind of make a bump around this part, follow this around. We're going to make kind of a little bump down for his chin with some wiggle lines. And back up following the leader. Bump around. And then back headed toward that diagonal line. Now we're going to give him some wrinkles on his forehead. So starting up here, we're going to go up and down. And another wrinkle here. He also needs his eyelids. So we're going to start on the left-hand side, and we're going to do an upside down U shape. Go back to the other side. And it can be kind of wiggly, upside down and back to the other side. Oh, he's so good looking. Let's give him some freckles on his muzzle. Now we are ready to do his collar. So to start with that, we're going to make a dashed line all the way around his neck. We're going to stop at that little bump. All right, so we're going to draw spikes beginning in the middle. This is his collar here. So beginning in the middle, we're going to draw a V shape going out and in. And then close it up. So they're a little spike. So start inside the collar, do a V, and then close it. So start in, make a V, close it. See if it doesn't touch, that's fine, you can fix that. Now we're going to draw his body. So draw a line from halfway up his head all the way down to the bottom of the paper on both sides. So starting about here, it's kind of where that collar joins his head, we're going to give him some shoulders. So you go out a little bit and then down. So out kind of at an angle and then down. Give him a little bit of a body. Yay, you finished! Now you can color him and create an interesting background using something fun. You could do some funny letters or some patterns, or you could put him in the doghouse, or put him on, use your 1-point perspective and put him on the road, or make a checkerboard pattern, maybe some wild colors, some stripes, or you can color him crazy. I would love to see what you do. highlighting on his ear. So I'm going to take a lighter color, a little yellow, and blend that in. Colored pencils are great because you can do a lot of blending with that. So I'm going to make it look like it's kind of a fold there. It's a little bit, it's like it's a little bit lighter because it's where his ear's folding over. I think I'll do this ear a different color. But then I'm also going to do a highlight here, right where his ear folds over. When I color, I like to color around the edges, and then I can fill it in and go faster. Make a patch over this one eye. On the eyes, it helps if you make the lines straight like this. Kind of makes it look more like an eye in this direction rather than going around. Bulldog is kind of a white color, and this yellow that I'm putting on is just to add a little bit of three-dimensional shadowing. Shade to the left side of each one of these bumps. It makes it look more realistically like a little fold of his skin. I'm just going to shadow in one side to kind of look like the silver has a highlight, make it look more three-dimensional. Darker brown to help it look a little more three-dimensional. Added just a little bit gray there. I love it. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed drawing the step-by-step bulldog. I would love to see your artwork. So if you like, you can send it to Mrs. Hoover's Art Class at gmail.com. And remember, every day is a great day to make art. Bye.